It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. It's time for the show. Aloha, it's Frankie Boy here, and it's time for the Frank Show. Now, a lot of wonderful stuff is happening in the world of PlayStation VR, but gaming in general, we got some great news yesterday. First up, if you have a Nintendo Switch, Smash Bros. Is coming this year, which is very exciting news, and Black Ops 4 is coming out earlier than usual, which is strange to me. And you know what? Black Ops did, or well, not Black Ops, Call of Duty did have a VR experience in the past, so it got me thinking, they're switching things up, maybe, just maybe. Oh, what if they just went Resident Evil 7 on us and was like, here's the game in VR. Now, honestly, I don't think that's gonna happen. I wish that would happen. That would be amazing if that would happen, and I really hope that some developer soon just says, you know what? I don't care about graphics. All I care about is gameplay, and all I care about is the fact that the whole thing can be in VR, and just go with it, because that needs to happen. Not gameplay. I don't care about, you know what I mean? They need it. As long as the gameplay is beautiful, I don't care how it looks, as long as it's got those full-featured, robust experiences like a full-on multiplayer shooter. And I know we got some coming soon, but I just want something deep like that for the PlayStation VR community, because that is personally my favorite VR community of all time. Now, outside that speculation and news like that, we do have some awesome news for PlayStation VR. First up, we got a new trailer for Torn. I talked about that one a couple of days ago for people to keep up with the show, and it is that Black Mirror Twilight Zone-y kind of game. Now, the trailer made me get even more excited about it than I was before. Before, all I saw was a screenshot or two, read a little bit of information. This thing looks awesome. You like go into a house and there's some sprite that just leads you around and you think it's cool, and then it seems to turn on you, and there's puzzle solving, and the environment looks awesome, and I personally cannot wait to hop into this world. I mean, even if the gameplay is just simple puzzles, the environment looks too cool. I love that like dirty old house with everything everywhere that you get to look around in, and you get to like reach behind stuff. You guys check out the full trailer. I linked it below. It looks awesome. Now, on top of that, Knockout League, a lot of people have been asking me, is finally available in the UK. If you've not checked the store, it is up there now. I know you guys have been wanting to play with that one. I promise you, we will get a review of that one soon. We'll play a little bit on the channel. Maybe I'll even put the cam on so you guys can see me like jumping around, you know what I mean? Stuff, Butterfly Bee. Yeah, you guys get it. Now, also, we got another trailer for Crazy Machines. Now, this is the popular franchise. It's been around for years and years. It is that like physics puzzler that's like a Rube Goldberg game. They have completely done it in VR, and it is supposed to be beautiful, amazing. They said they want to make a game that helps build a better landscape for VR, and this one is not too far down the road. Now, we do have a trailer. Trailer's behind me. It looks so cool. I think you get to build your own contraptions. You get to play their things. I cannot wait to goof around with this one. I liked Fantastic Contraption, but this one looks like it has a whole lot more depth in that game and a little bit more concreteness. That one is a little bit more just of an abstract game, which was awesome, and I loved the point to it. But this one looks so solid, you guys. I can't wait for to play some Crazy Machines. And also, I forgot to say, I cannot wait to play some Crazy Machines, and they're going to be demoing it at PAX. Your boy's going to be at PAX, so we will definitely get some footage. I'll get some information about it. I get that early scoop for all the headsets out there. Also, PlayStation Update 5.5 is finally live for everybody, and one big thing that it adds, you can now kick your kids out of playing games. Kids, your parents, if they have access to your account, can now kick you out of games, so be careful. But that is the one thing that I read that was newsworthy. Honestly, they add some little tags to the games that say it's PlayStation VR. I did hear that it has now solved the issue where some people's processing box was not turning off when they put the game PlayStation 4 into rest mode, and now it should turn off. You don't got to worry about that one. On top of that, it also added a super sampling mode. Now, I've had people ask me, does it help with when you're in cinema mode on the headset? I don't know. I've not heard an official statement. I think that a lot of people speculate, yes, it definitely helps. It's way better. And a lot of people can say, no, it does absolutely nothing at all, Frank. It's snake oil. So I think until we get some official statement, I'm not going to speculate and say that it does anything spectacular. On top of all that, I I think it adds some little thing to your friends list and stuff. There's a couple other things. If you guys want the full notes, I'll link those below, but nothing too crazy. It's not like the biggest update on Earth. Now, on top of all of that beautiful information, Sprint Vector did get an update, 1.1. Now, this update adds Mr. Entertainment and Princess Shara to the character roster. You can now play as both of them if you would like to. They also had some improvements to the AI and some server fixes, so it should overall be a better game to play. And Cool Painter VR trophies have finally showed up, which means the game is probably going to come to us next Tuesday. Now, I'm not 100% certain about that. I have not seen any official statement about that, but in the past, that's what seems to happen. The trophies pop about the weekend before, and then that next week, we get the game. Now, I can't say this for sure, but I hope that it does come out pretty soon because I am excited to finally start painting in virtual reality. And I remember that the pause, the wait, a lot of people asked me, and I don't know if all of you guys know, was because they wanted to make it so that you can upload and download the things that you create. So if you like to make models, you can actually build a model in a game, download it, put it onto your computer, color it, light it, do whatever you want to it, and you could actually create like an in-game asset from Cool Painter VR, which is pretty awesome. Now you can actually create real things and use it as like a real skill set rather than just goofing around with the painter in virtual reality, which is nice. On top of that one, next week we are getting a new game, The American Dream. I had the pleasure of playing that one last year at PAX East, and it is a goofy game. It's coming from an Australian team, and they had a great time envisioning what 1950s America is. Now, it's 100% satire. It's a bit of a wave shooter, but it'll give you so many laughs. I think it's $19.99. We'll definitely have a full review on the channel, and I am looking forward to playing it. Now, that is what you guys asked for. You wanted the news video, but you know what? I'm going to throw the Bravo team review in there too, just a little bit. You know, now there has been a lot of negative press about Bravo Team. 100%. I understand it. I get it, you guys. It is not the game that you wanted, but if you look at if you look at all the news releases, if you look at everything we've said about it, pretty much from the start, it's the game that they've been describing, but beating around the bush about. Now, is it the game that I want to play? No. But is it the worst, most terrible, awful game on planet Earth? No, it's not. It's not the worst thing on Earth. And especially if you get it with the AIM bundle, you're only getting it for $20. So it's not too bad of a wave shooter. Now, the big issue, an immersion breaker for anybody that doesn't know by this point in time already, is that it's a cover-based shooter, but when you move from cover to cover, you kind of jump out of first person and you see your character walk, and then it jumps you back into first person, which is definitely immersion breaking, and a lot of times kind of throws you off which direction you're looking, because sometimes they're just looking in a direction you didn't expect. But it's not the worst game on Earth. There's only about 4 weapons to choose from, which is another downside to that one. But graphically, it looks pretty good. The sound is definitely nice. The co-op is fun. If you're playing with a buddy that will actually talk and communicate with you, you can have a good time. You can have a good laugh while you're basically just both playing a really fun arcade wave shooter that feels a bit like Time Crisis because you get a pop up and down button. Now, motion is basically restricted to just kind of moving this way, that way, leaning down, lifting up for the most part. But I mean, you can jimmy around and you can lean up higher if you press the button when you lean up. But basically, it's kind of it's a linear wave shooter with kind of a story element. All of the cutscenes are realized, you know what I mean? Like, it's really stuff happening around you. It's very Farpoint feel like that. The gun definitely feels oversized in the game. They definitely need to shrink that if they're going to update it anymore. Now, I don't think they're going to ever add kind of free locomotion, which is what people are saying. Maybe that would save this game, because I think it would kill the game that they wanted to make. Because if you had free locomotion, you're not going to go cover to cover. You're just going to go guns in blazing, shooting whatever you want to shoot, which is fine. And we're going to get that game eventually. Firewall Zero is coming out soon. That's going to be kind of like a Counter-Strike 5v5 game. But if you're looking for a fun, it really is a pretty fun game. It's not terrible. It's not that bad with the aim control. I don't think it's worth full price. I got to be honest there. Maybe $30. I would say wait until maybe it's a little on sale or something other than that. Don't buy it right now. I mean, if you get it with the aim bundle, it's not a bad deal. You get it for $20. It's worth $20. 15, $20, you know what I mean? But it's not the worst game on planet Earth. It's just not the game that I envisioned. Or I mean, it's the game that I probably knew it was going to come out. I wasn't extremely excited over the top Bravo team. I was excited about the co-op aspect. And so far, the co-op aspect has been pretty fun. It's fun to play with people. It's fun to chit-chat, do the score attack modes. But overall, yeah, the story's just, yeah, it's not as gripping as like Farpoint was. It's just not the game it could have been. But I don't want to say that it's just a terrible game. I think a lot of people are just trashing it, saying it's the worst thing on earth. I think it's a very fun arcade shooter. I think it's a very fun wave shooter. It's not the best wave shooter on earth. It's not the best arcade shooter on earth. But it's fun. And it works with the aim controller if you're kind of like fiending for aim controller games. And I like shooting with the aim controller, I mean, because the aim controller is just fun to hold in my hand and play with. You just can't beat it. So that is basically the Bravo team review. If we're going to give it anything, we're going to give it a C. Maybe a C-. We'll give it a C-. You know what I mean? It's not the worst game on planet Earth, but it's definitely not amazing. All right, now, finally, to round all of this out, for anybody that's still hanging out, I want to extrapolate on this concept further in the future, but I was thinking about virtual reality to a certain degree the other day, and it got me kind of feeling about that thought of, you know what I mean, the one thing holding a lot of people back in this world is just your bodies. Now, with virtual reality, you don't have to worry about your body. There's this certain sense of just your consciousness is there in that virtual world, and that's kind of what brings in that immersion, what brings in that feeling. What makes it really work for everybody is that you can kind of escape your body and go into there. And I have a strong feeling that a lot of people enjoy being able to escape their body to go into there, which is a big deal about virtual reality. I think it's an amazing escapist tool. But more even so than that is I think it's kind of a way to, even on the social aspects, bring more than just our bodies together. You have no judgments to the people you're talking to in virtual reality. You're just a mind talking to another mind in this virtual space that both of you believe in, because it's been created by a developer that believed in it enough to create it for the two of you. And that being said, I think that VR as a medium will continue to grow forever. I think it will only continue to perfect and get more and more better. Like, I think AR is cool, but until you can augment everything around you and augment the way you look and the way you basically can make yourself feel and become completely safe in your space, I don't think it'll reach the level that VR will reach in the future. And that is why I 100% believe in VR. I think it is amazing. I think it is groundbreaking technology, and I think that it lets you become your true self. And like I said, we'll get deeper on that one of these days in the future, because I want to write it down. I don't want to just rant, but I just have been feeling that lately, and I kind of wanted to share with you guys, because I think that is something beautiful and amazing about VR and a connective experience. And if you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you agree with me, and I hope you think it's very cool, because I do think that it is very cool. Now, thank you all for coming through. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit longer, but it's Friday. I mean, come on. You got the weekend. Normally, I don't upload on the weekend, but lately I've been a little bit better about it. But you're great. Thank you for coming through. I'll say it again. I'll say it like 6 more times if I need to. If you'd like to, hook me up with the thumbs up, or really only if you'd like to. And more important than all of this is that if you're new to this channel, if you made it all the way through this video, congratulations, dude. You're amazing. Welcome to this family. Welcome to this club. Leave me a comment. Tell me you're a new subscriber. I would love to hear from you. I promise you I will respond back to you right away. But like I said, if you're new to this channel, you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR, and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Nah. Also, don't forget, tomorrow, I think, is daylight savings, right? All right, so don't forget it. Turn back your clocks. Time to turn back time, right? Or no, yeah, whatever way you got to do it. Do it that way. Bye, guys. Smooches. It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, Frank Show. It's time for the show.